Today we have a new boss in town because Gemini Experimental 1114 is now available for free, and it is leading the leaderboards when it comes to the chatbot arena leaderboards. These are based on the ratings from the community. It's at the top, and additionally you can see it's already beating ChatGPT for our latest. So we'll be giving it a test run today, and additionally I'm going to be showing you exactly how you can use it for AI SEO along with how you can get free access to this. So let's get straight into it. There's basically two ways you can get access to this. The first way is you can go to lmarena.ai, and you can see here inside the direct chat you can choose between all the models. So we can select Gemini Experimental 114, and if we scroll down we can start using it. Now from what I've seen, this is basically Google's answer to O1 Preview. Gemini is quite similar in that regard. The other way that you can get access to it is you can go inside Google AI Studios, and if you go into the create a new prompt section, we can select our model down here, Gemini Experimental 1114 model. We'll test it side by side versus ChatGPT as well and Claude. So let's just give it a quick run right here. We're going to take some previous prompts that have worked really well with Claude, for example, tell me rank content before, and plug that directly into Gemini to see what sort of magic it can do. And then we'll hit run from here and see what we get. I'm also going to do the same inside ChatGPT. And additionally, we can run the same prompt inside Claude and just see which one performs better. So let's have a look at the content. It's still giving an output right here. So it's not that fast when it comes to writing content. ChatGPT seemed to provide the response a lot faster, and Claude was pretty fast as well. Now let's pull up the outputs and we'll compare Gemini versus Claude for content writing. So if we look at the actual title from Gemini versus Claude, we can see here that Claude gives us a much more interesting title. And if we compare the humanization of the content here versus here, it actually still feels like Gemini's responses are not that great, even on the new experimental model. If you look at the response of the content, it just doesn't feel quite as interesting. Claude's. If we scroll down, we actually look at the headings throughout the content. It's a little bit cliched. I'm not impressed by the writing style, but potentially it's just better for coding and for reasoning. We'll test that in a second. Let's see how long the content itself is. It's formatted it nicely, so I'll give it a plus for that. You can see here it's come back with 606 words. Let's take a look at this one, see what we got. Word count from Claude is a lot lower. So it actually seems like you get a longer, more in-depth response from Gemini. The writing style is not that nice compared to what I've seen from previous models. Let's compare this to ChatGPT. AI red flags everywhere, right? As soon as you see the word game changer, you know it's AI generated. Yeah, I think Claude is still winning the competition, closely followed by both Gemini Experimental 1114. So let's give it another go right now. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a website that was previously generated and grab that design, and we're going to plug that into Gemini and ask it to code it. Maybe Gemini is better for actually coding, and it's more of a logical model than a creative one when it comes to writing. You can actually change the temperature as well, which is going to allow more creativity, which could potentially be worth testing for writing content, etc. I've screenshotted my website, and I'm going to say code this website for me. It's actually pretty fast when it codes, to be fair. It's generating the CSS now, and if we actually plug that into a previewer, you can just go on to codepen.io and then plug in the HTML, the CSS, etc. And then from here, we've got the website ready to go. And actually, it's done a great job there. I'm going to be fair, that's pretty remarkable. Like in one shot, it literally generated the whole code for the website. And if you compare them side by side, not bad at all, my friends. And then you could ask it to go off and code the whole site. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Let's try something else now, right? So we'll create a new prompt, and you can also get the API for this. And then you can use this to code your own tools. You could create your own content writers, plug in the API from that, etc. From here, what we're going to say is code a SEO calculator tool that's beautifully designed. It's generating the HTML structure, and I can already see it's looking half decent on the HTML and the CSS preview. But to create a calculator in one single prompt, really, really easy. This is not like a hypothetical use case. Like, you can actually build tools. These AI is very, very good for that, and it actually ranks with SEO. Now let's just test it actually works. So I'm going to plug in the keyword. We'll just put in some hypothetical numbers right here. It has actually worked, right? So we can easily generate code and create tools that actually work, embed them to our website, and from there you can get pretty good results. So from what I've seen, Gemini is a step up. Really good for coding, really good for creating stuff that requires logic. Not great for creativity, not great for writing, etc. Now let's see how it works for actually bypassing AI detectors. So I'm just going to grab an example piece of AI generated content right here, and we're going to see how this performs. We're going to plug that right here, hit run, and then we'll test it via 0GPT. And you can see it does bypass AI detectors straight off the bat, right? Now, if we look at the warnings here, you can see it's giving you some weird like safety settings. So probability of unsafe content, etc. Very strange. I've never seen that before inside any other AI model, but Gemini seems to be pretty strict on that and runs its own filters, gives some warnings when I don't think that's necessary. If you want access to all the video notes and all the tools and all the tips and all the prompts and resources from today, then I will plug that into my free SEO course. It comes with hundreds of tutorials, tips, templates, etc. And if we scroll down to the free SEO tool section, I'm going to add a new lesson called Gemini 1114 Experimental. Now, if you want a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, feel free to put that in, link in the comments description. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month, generate thousands of dollars in sales. You can book in your free SEO strategy session, and this will help you because you'll get a free SEO domination plan, discover the secrets of link building, we'll answer any questions you have, you learn the best link building strategy for your website, plus how to quickly outrank, how to 10x SEO traffic based on what's working for us. This is completely free. Normally, consultants are charging like thousands of dollars for this sort of stuff. We're giving it for free because we want to help you. Check it out, link in the comments and description. See you on the next one. Bye bye.